Oh my gosh. Everybody's here. Hey, everybody. Hey. Welcome to Skywalking with me. Not again.
That's the crowd going wild.
We have been deep in conversation about some crazy stuff that's happening to us. Changes. Mine's the craziest, I think. But anyway, I'm glad to see y'all all here. I'm going to sit here and try to pull you up on YouTube so I can read the questions. So I had to bend over and look.
Oh, I'm already bending over and looking.
See if I can find it. I have to find my own self. There we are. There I am. And now get the volume down. So let's see. Hi, Alphanumeric 1, Vanessa, Sunny Intuition. Hey, and Wendy. Hi, girls. Hi, everybody. And thanks for being here today. I'm going to check real fast to make sure we don't have any more questions in the community page. And, oh, yes, we do. I missed it. Okay. But we are going to talk about first, because Mary and I both agreed on this on Alphanumeric 1. When you sent this in, it's since about the end of 2020, I've had occasional dreams of large wild cats. 2020 was also the year I started getting some about ETs. Different story for a different day. Oh boy. Yeah. ETs, all sorts of stories. Anyway, I forwarded this message over to Mary, and I didn't even tell her what I thought. I just forwarded. Well, immediately she texted me back. And what did you say?
I said, this is some sort of starseed universe filled with cats. So whatever that is.
Lyrans.
Yeah.
Lyrans. All sorts of Lyrans. You're very, very, very associated with the Lyrans. So that's what's going on with the Alphanumeric. That's part of your star family. Cats. Do you have any cats? Because, yeah, a lot of people who are Lyrans do have cats. But then again, you meet the ones that don't like cats at all, but the cats are attracted to them. So anyway, I hope that's not a shock to you. I hope, I don't think it will be, but you are very connected to the Lyrans. So I have done some videos on Lyran because I have a guide that's a Lyran. Her name is Sandy, and I have talked about her a lot, and she's a great guide. And there's a lot of information, personal information I know about the Lyrans. The one thing that always stood out with me is the fact that they have a 24-month pregnancy and they only have one.
That'd be horrible.
It's 24 months. They only get pregnant one time. And that's it. And it's like a tour duty. It's not like, oh, I want to get pregnant. They don't want to get pregnant. It's like they have to take 2 years off, or whatever they're doing. They have to take 2 years off and stop and go back to the community, because they're asexual. So it's the same. They just, if they want to work outside the community, if they want to inside the community. And the children go all into the community. They don't generally have contact. If they work outside the community, they don't have much contact with the child until they become a teenager. And then the teenager has a choice of which way it wants to go. So if it wants to go out, it goes with that parent to teach them. Wants to stay in, it stays with that, whatever, to teach them. Anyway, I have a lot of
I love my children, but I would not want to be pregnant for 2 years. That's just too much.
It's one time, though.
That's too much. One time is too much. One time is still too much.
Okay. All right, we have another question here, and this is from Susie Indigo Spirit. Oh, my computer guru. Hey, Susie. I don't even know if you were able to join. I know you're probably working. What are your beliefs about Mount Shasta? Oh my gosh. Lemurians, Crystal City, Ascended Masters, Native American connections, Bigfoot, energy vortex. Well, I believe in all that. I definitely believe the Lemurians are in Mount Shasta, because they have connected with me since I made the decision that I was going to move out there. It's almost immediately they connected with me. It's really strong, and that's what they want to be called, is Lemurians. I mean, a lot of people say it's Palladians that are in there, but they're telling me they want to be called Lemurians. And the Crystal City, I've seen a lot about it. I'm sure it exists. I'm hoping I get to go to it. It's inside the Mount Shasta, the Crystal City. So I hope I'm one of the privileged to get to go look at it. Ascended Masters, Native Americans, Bigfoot, Energy Vortex, all it's true. I like that, Susie. I believe all that's true. So do you have any comments on that?
I have been to the Crystal City.
You have?
Yes.
Physically? Like in 3D?
In my light body.
Yeah, I have been like that
in the
also.
light body. So that's where I go when I want to talk to the Ascended Masters and to the spirits of different things. And also when I want to look at future timelines, that's kind of where I go. So sometimes that's within 5th dimensional frequency, but if I want to go within 6th dimensional frequency, that's a slightly different journey, but essentially a lot to do with the same place.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of people who have written books or have been to the 3D Crystal City that they have been brought in, like they're hiking up on Mount Shasta, and they bring them into the city and show them around. They disable their phones and everything, so they can't take pictures or anything, but yeah, I'm hoping I'm one of those one day. I would love
Well,
to
it's
be
very
one of those.
guarded. You know, you can only get in like if you have pure intention and if you're spiritually ready. And
well, it's the same as when I went down to Atlantis. When I went down to Atlantis, I didn't know it still existed, but it does. And they said, I'm going, how do, because it's off of Fiji Islands, I'm going, how does nobody see this? And they go, you have to be invited. Nobody can find this. You have to be invited in. And so that kind of shocked me, and how it looked, because everybody was a different density of water. You know, they were not formed people, and they had a king and a queen. And I mean, I was in regular form because I was going to a meeting, and all the other ETs were in regular form, but not the people that lived there. They were in a water. Some water was thicker than the others. Tables were water, but thicker water in walls.
That's interesting.
It was interesting.
Would you believe that if I told you I was an Atlantean queen once?
Oh, I would believe that. Maybe it was you that took me in. Yeah, because I met the king and the queen met me when I came in, because I was brought in first. A dolphin took me, and then took me to a well, and then took me down. And because the dolphins can only go so deep, and so then they greeted me at the door, and then they took me into a meeting, and I was at a table of about 20 people, and I looked up. There's so many different ETs up there. All had different breathing. Oh, that was the other thing. As I was going, how can I talk? I keep, we were talking telepathic, and they're giving me this breathing device, and I'm going, how can I talk? How can I talk? And oh yeah, we're not talking.
It's telepathic communication.
Yeah. Well, when they sat me in that table, I was there as a medical officer. I was reporting on all the hospitals, and I was just like this, looking at. I mean, there were just layers and layers, and like balconies, and I'm looking at all these different ETs, and this blue hand put his hand right on my hand, and I looked down. It was an Arcturian that I knew, and he goes, "It's going to be okay.
Relax, calm down, ground yourself, find your center."
And I was on another committee with him, so I didn't know him, but it was nice that somebody I sort of knew was there, and I attached myself to him, and then I had to give my report, and all those people I had to give a report.
Poor thing.
I know it was. I was on the hot seat. I felt like I was on the hot seat, but I somehow pulled it through, and nothing was said or whatever. It was almost like it was normal. Normal, like human looks like an idiot. How they think sometimes.
Humans look a lot like
she's
idiots.
just a human.
It's fine.
She's just human.
Yeah, that's just how they are. But like, full disclosure and vulnerability. When I realized that I was not a cat person, because in the future I'm supposed to be working with the Arcturians and avians. So when I realized I wasn't a cat person, I was a little disappointed. I was upset because I love cats, and I wanted to be a cat.
Now you still might be, because Lyran's planet was destroyed, and they went everywhere. And so it's really hard to distinguish Lyrans because they took on the whatever the planet they went to.
There you chameleons.
Go. Yeah, they are chameleons.
Chameleons. So I could have a cat tail and just not know it.
That's right. That's right. Let me see who else is here. We've got Fiona. Hi, Fiona. Oh, greetings from Norway. Oh my gosh, Fiona. Well, thank you for joining us. And Nancy, Leanna. Okay, let's see. Alpha American one. That makes sense. I have 4. She has 4 cats. Yep, Miss Liren. Okay. And interesting you say that about pregnancy. I only have 1 son. Never thought even one. So yeah, they're your family that's come to see you. And let's see. Leanna King, the most my mom ever had at one time was 13 kitties. My cat was acting. I was trying to do a video for tomorrow morning today, and my cat I thought for sure was going to make her debut again up in my life. She was just walking around crying, and then here comes my dog. I thought, I'm going to never get this video done. And Oren, hey, good morning. She's going to be on with me on the 16th. She's going to be showing her artwork that she has channeled through our friend the ETs. So it'll be interesting.
Is it of ETs?
Is it what?
The artwork? Is it of ETs?
No. Oh, sort of. She has a lot of blue avians in it. So you will really like it.
I'm excited to see.
Hey, Valerie. Hey, Nancy. Let's see. Nancy, I am buying a home. Any advice on what crystals or prayers to do once I get to live in it? Well, first off, Nancy, do you have any pets or plants? Because that's the best way to cleanse a house, is throw them in there and then go in and cleanse it. But I mean, your pets and plants will cleanse a place, but you do cleansing on that kind of stuff all the time. So I don't do the smoke. I spray.
Incense, but if you're looking specifically at crystals, how we kind of crystal grid a house is to use black tourmaline and clear quartz. So you would put clear quartz in one corner of the house and black tourmaline in the opposing corner on the opposite end of the house in both ways. And then put a clear quartz somewhere in the ceiling in the center of the house. And then just imagine connecting all of those energetic lines. So it's like your house is in this crystal vibration tent. And that's like one way to do that. But for some reason, I'm also seeing citrine specifically about your house. So whenever you do buy that house, I would get citrines and anything that represents abundance to you and fill that with abundance. And this is abundance of joy as well as happy memories and things like that.
Well, I've got a question about that. Don't you put black tourmaline at your door to keep out?
You can.
Mm-hmm. Your front door.
Black tourmaline is very protective.
Yeah.
So at the doors, you can put black tourmaline
and selenite.
It's
to keep the negative energy of people out. That's what it's for. Like at your front door or the door that people come in, put some black tourmaline there. So you keep the bad and out, keep the negative energy out of the house. Don't bring it in there to me.
So black tourmaline really protects against like darkness and negative energy and stuff like that. You can put selenite there. Here, these doors have large bars of selenite over the doors because that kind of cleanses the energy field as people come through. You can put like garlic on either side of the door, put salt across the door. That's very cleansing. Barberry herbs. Okay. There's lots of things. It's all about the intention of it, really.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know a lot of people talk about they can't put this stone against this stone or can't put them together. And I go, well, I train my stones. I tell them what they're supposed to do.
You place your intention into them and they hold that vibration.
That's right. I said, I don't mind get along. I tell them to get along. So anyway, I feel like I'm training it like a dog.
Like they're their pets or helpers. They're like, I don't like working with that guy.
They're my pet rocks.
Exactly. We've got lots of those.
Yeah. So, all right. Oren, yeah, it's very early. Good morning. She's over in Australia. So this is early for her. So we got somebody here from Australia. And what was that? The Netherlands? Oh, no, Norway. Norway and Australia. So we're coming all over the world here. So hopefully, Nancy, that helps you.
Thank you, Oren. Oren answered my question about the art.
Oh, did she? What's she saying?
The ET images are hidden in the art so that other star seeds with frequency and other starseeds with frequency codes.
Yeah, and she has the codes on a lot of it. As soon as I saw those, I immediately knew what they were, and I don't know how I knew what they were, but I knew what those codes came from. I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. This is pretty incredible.
I saw some code this morning, and I'm not actually sure what it means. I'm going to have to look into that one.
This morning, I had...
What were you doing this morning?
I had a bright light, nothing like fun. I had a bright light, round light, came up, and I felt like it was on a windshield, and then I realized it was behind my eyelids that came up to me this morning when I was waking up, like in that twilight waking up. And so it came like down and then in front of me, and then shoot off. That's so strange.
Who was that?
Oh, I think it was actually my angel that showed up in that form. Is what I think it was. But I was surprised that she left because she usually hangs around all the time. So I'm not sure. It might be another angel who's just checking me out.
Hey, what's up, man? Good morning.
Yeah. So I thought that was strange. It was nice to see it. I mean, it certainly felt good. Oh my gosh, Oren, it's 4 a.m. in Australia right now. Woo! You're not sleeping tonight, are you? I know you have a lot of sleepless nights. She has a child with some disabilities, so she's taking care of them. She has a special child that is a starseed that she has the privilege of raising. So even though it's a little challenging, she does have the privilege of raising a special child. So
they have their own unique abilities. Yeah. They're more in touch with certain things than other people.
Okay, let's see if I missed any question. Nancy, no pests. I have a few plants. I'll get those crystals. Yeah. For anybody who is getting into a new place, if you do have pets, that's the best way. Oh, hey, white dragon. Best way to send them in first, or plants in your energy, especially if a cat. Cat really does energy stuff to a house. I know mine does, for sure. She's the energy controller of my house. Let's see, Sunny Intuition. What is the difference between an ET in a human body undercover and a human hybrid? Okay, an ET.
When someone actually is an alien.
Yeah, there are actually one. Yeah, they are showing in human form. Some of them are shapeshifters. I always get in trouble with that word. Shapeshifters, and they can come into a human body, or they can be a walk-in to a human body. And some of them, just like Palladians and Andromedans, they can pass as human just the way they look. Usually it's the ears that are the telltale sign. If you can look at their ears, they'll look a little different. And a hybrid is a human plus whatever. Like I am a human hybrid, but I'm a human plus a Arcturian. So that's but I'm whatever you look like is what you're called. I'm a human hybrid. So if you looked Arcturian if I looked Arcturian, I was human, I would be an Arcturian hybrid. So that's the difference. And also, it's not uncommon for somebody to be Palladian, Arcturian, and human. That's a very common also combination.
So even taking that even a level deeper, if someone came who was alien but didn't know they were alien, but then awakened to the fact that they were alien, what's the difference between that alien person versus someone who's simply a starseed hybrid?
Well, I think whenever, I don't know if you've experienced it yet.
I have, and that's why the question is here.
You have? I was going to say, when you question that person who's an alien, they all of a sudden know it. Mm-hmm. They are hiding it, or they're running away from it the whole time. But as soon as you ask them or you bring it up, they know.
Intuitively, it's there.
Yeah. So I've not run into anybody who didn't know. Also, people who are hybrids, that's a little harder for them. But again, most of them intuitively know also. So anyway. Okay. Hey, James. Susie held up with a meeting. I'm surprised you're able to watch part of it. because I figured you would be working. James, can I know about an ET around me? Any messages? James C. Any ET around me? I have to kind of connect with that. So
connecting in, connecting in, connecting in. This is her connecting in song. Go ahead. No, you're supposed to be connecting in. I'm singing.
You're supposed to go with the next question.
I was entertaining and keeping their attention while you connect in.
Yeah. And now you need to start tap dancing. Like a connect.
Oh, that's too distracting for you too? Okay.
No, I immediately got I actually felt a gray around him. Are you feeling anything around him?
I wasn't tapping in. I was distracting.
Oh, okay. Well, immediately, James, you do have an ET around you. And immediately, before Mary started entertaining us, I was kidding that you have a gray around you. And actually, it's a gray hybrid. Gray hybrid Henry. Actually, I think he might be one of your gods. Yes. He's a god. Oh, he's an important god. He's one of your main gods. Yes, you do have one around you. Same as Henry. Henry, gray hybrid.
And Oren had a question also about a pink-eyed entity outside of her son's window last night.
Oh, well, Oren is so connected to the ETs. Pink-eyed.
I was almost picking up like dragon type energy.
Yeah.
So what's that look like to you? Reptilian or draconian?
Dragon. Reptilian. In fact, we have, who is it, white dragon in here? That's kind of how I see them. A white with pink eyes. A white reptilian. Not quite dragon, but kind of in that area. Okay. White dragon. What do Palladians like to eat when they do? I don't know. I've never eaten with the Palladians. I've never seen them eat. I mean, I've only eaten with the gray hybrids and the human hybrids. Another human hybrid. And on the spaceship, of course, the food that they kept presenting me with was this nasty white stuff. Oh, it was terrible. I thought it was like watered down grits or potatoes, no taste. It was a white bowl served to me in a white bowl. And it was celebratory because it's every time I either saved somebody in surgery or either rescued somebody outside of the spaceship, they would bring me up and hand me this stuff in celebration. Finally, I asked them, I said, what do you call this? What is this bowl? What do you call this? And they went, vanilla ice cream. This is vanilla ice cream. Said it was a celebration. They thought they were serving me vanilla ice cream. Well, they showed me like in the 1950s where when one of the Grays was captured by like an Area 51, and he had a good relationship with the guard, and the guard was making ice cream, and it's in the 50s, and it's where you cook it on the stove, and then you put it into a freezer and you turn it. Well, somewhere along the line, they just didn't do the freezer. Obviously, didn't do sugar or cream. I don't know what they did, but it went down and had changed all that time. So the next day, I went down and got 5 cartons of vanilla ice cream. Browers vanilla ice cream, and came up and opened 5 cartons out on the table, and they stood in line, and they each had 1 spoonful, and they just dipped as it went. And they only did 1 spoonful because they weren't real sure how their body would tolerate it. Well, of course, they loved it. And I'm going, this is vanilla ice cream.
So it's almost like they didn't need it. It was just a celebratory thing. Like,
yeah, it was.
Like taking a shot or something.
And then, and I had to go down and they wanted a club sandwich. One of the gray hybrids they thought club sandwiches were beautiful. And so I went down. I knew they weren't going to like it because they don't eat meat, but I got them anyway. And we put it together. Now, they do have a simulator where they can get any kind of food you want, but when it comes to our food, it's not quite the same. It's pretty good, but it's not quite the same. And so I went down and got all the real stuff and brought up, especially bacon. And And anyway, I made the sandwiches, and the gray hopper was helping me. We were putting it all together, and then I cut it in triangles. Well, that's what they think is so beautiful, was the triangle sandwiches, cut in triangles. And I knew they weren't going to like it, so I was ahead of them, and I had bought bananas and peanut butter. So I made them peanut butter banana sandwiches and cut them in triangles. They loved that. They did not like the club sandwich. But
that makes sense.
That's the only food that I've been exposed to. I haven't, and it's because I'm on the spaceship, and we all have our little lounge area where it is the human hybrids and the gray hybrids, the gray hybrids that are more human-like, that we have our own little special lounge that we congregate, because everybody else on the spaceship really doesn't need breaks like we do.
We're just weaklings.
Yeah. We have a great time though in there. And so anyway, I'm sorry, White Dragon. I have no idea what the Palladians eat, but I do know that they do have those replicas like you see on Star Trek, where they can create their own food. And so I have a feeling that's what most of them do, just because I'm dealing with gray hybrids. They do have a human side to it, and they want to experience that. Of course, that vanilla ice cream, wow.
I'm almost sensing it's like they have some sort of substance that they intake that literally just gives them vitamins and nutrients or whatever their body needs. Like they don't eat for enjoyment or pleasure or something.
No, just like
what we do.
No, that's why the ones that are human on the spaceship want me to bring them those kind of things.
Like, bring us some tasties.
Yeah, listen, I want to experience the human side of myself. Okay, let's see. I know. Have you looked at the messages? What have I missed?
I have not. Valerie says that she had a question. Did we skip her earlier, or her question was just for any messages?
I'm not sure.
Oh, she would love a message for growth and a fresh start.
Oh, a message. Well, we have cards.
Ooh, you want a card, Valerie? That'll be fun.
Here you go.
That'll be so much fun.
I brought cards today because I told Mary, I want to do cards today. I want to do some cards.
I found this.
There's 2 of them here that stay here all the time.
I also, after you asked that question, found a heart-shaped pink rose quartz that does not belong to me or in this shop. So maybe someone dropped it before.
I know who did. It was Melissa.
So, but finding that right now, of course, it all happened for a reason. So finding it right now, this fresh start, let's start with self-love.
There you go.
Infuse yourself with some self-love, self-care, self-healing. Everything flows from within. Valerie is Valerie S. Valerie S. Valerie S. It says, jump in.
Oh, you know what? I had that recently.
Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change.
Jump in.
How does this book work?
Look for the J.
HIJKLMNOP.
I practically had that one memorized.
So really, the inquiry you're supposed to be asking yourself and your soul within is how you can be more adventurous. And are you being called right now to make a leap? You know you're being called right now to make the leap because you said you're taking a fresh start. So I guess they're wanting you just to do it with freedom, letting go of fear, just really being able to be all out there to explore everything there is to explore, to experience everything possible for you to experience.
Okay. Here is Leanna King, and she has a question. Does my son have any ETs around here or experienced anything like that? I'm not picking up anything on your son. And sometimes I have to be talking to the person to pick it up, but sometimes I do get it on the other person. But I'm not. Are you getting anything on that? You want to read the message, see if you got it? Leanna King, I'm not picking up anything on that.
I'm picking up that your son does have some sort of special ability and capacity to connect and is connecting with something. I don't necessarily know that it's an alien energy. I think it's an ancestor. So I feel like your son's picking up has some sort of connection. Yeah, there's some sort of connection to a grandfather then, or an ancestor. So there is something there, but you don't have to worry about ETs stomping around in your house
like she does.
Ah.
They stop around my house too, but I always welcome them in.
You're friends with them.
Yeah, Mary has to put boundaries up. Oh, American unflavored grits. Oh my gosh, yes, it was the most bland thing. Unflavored grits or unflavored potatoes. I don't even know what it was. It was terrible. And I had to eat it.
It was ice cream.
I had to eat it 3 times before I asked them what that thing was called. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, Valerie S. I would also.
Yeah, we addressed that one. She
Okay.
had asked a question earlier and we came down. Now she's saying that she had just been thinking about her rose quartz right before we answered that.
Okay. All right, White Dragon. My nickname is in honor of the 5 dragon beings that were freed and worked for me on the chemtrail problem. Oh, okay. Well, I think she has kind of a white dragon outside of her son's with the pink eyes, but it doesn't look like your white dragon that you have up here. It looks a little more reptilian type, but I'd call it a dragon. That sounds good. White dragon with pink eyes outside my door.
And about leaving crystals, this one's also by Oren, to protect the room. You know what? That's protection from an alien entity, so that might be more your place. Because yes, you can put crystals around the room, but the thing is that they vibrate at a certain frequency, and aliens are a completely different frequency. So sometimes those can merge, and sometimes it might defer them away. It really just depends.
I know I've never really used crystals for the aliens. It's always been, actually, I've always used crystals for me and for protection, but I've never used it for
protection from them.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I've got such a team around me that they're protecting me all the time, so I don't have to. Well, I have, black tourmaline and things. I use that stuff more for humans. That's what I would say. And it's more for humans than anything. Get that negative energy away from me, or myself. ETs I usually don't associate with it. Even though when I was at Mount Shasta, I did pick up some rocks that fell down. So I'm wondering if that has Lemurian energy, even though there looks like slate.
I would suggest, and I don't know why until I have like a private conversation with you.
Yeah.
There's something around like the sacral chakra for him that might even in some way be connecting or drawing that particular entity. So for now, I would say maybe put some 417 hertz on in his room and let it kind of vibrate at that rate and see if that kind of opens things up for him. But that particular chakra has a lot to do with different things. We're looking at emotions, creativity, the balance of masculine, feminine, sexuality. There's lots of things that could be there.
I didn't realize this was Oren. She's really connected to crystals and ETs and all that.
Mm-hmm. So I would maybe try looking at something within your child's sacral space. If you do work around that, then carnelians and that 417 hertz music, and just see if that starts to shift anything for him.
Hi, Juno. Hey, how are you doing? Genty, hey, how are y'all doing? Let's see. Genty has a question. Oh, she's thanking you for the session last month, and she's running errands and listening.
Aw.
So, anyway, if y'all want to book a session with Mary, we're at the Rusted Raven. Phone number
843-229-3973. You can text that if you don't feel like calling, because nobody likes phone calls anymore.
And tell what you have to offer.
We do all kinds of things here, but more specifically, most of the people who have been coming to me from this particular platform have been looking into the quantum healing. And that's just setting aside 2 hours of time where we can holistically look into all the different frequencies, wounds, vibrations, light, dark, everything that's within the energy field that is keeping us from moving forward. Anything that's causing instability, blockages, anything holding you back, we can look into all of those spaces. And simultaneously, that also gives us a door to look into what guides we have, past life regression healing, sometimes even future timelines, although that's usually for people who have already been on the path for a while. If there's entities or aliens around, then we'll see those sorts of things. So it's pretty much a full range of anything you need that just kind of sets aside that time period.
That's pretty good. Yeah, also implants.
Implants, yeah. Activations. Done a few of those this month.
Oh, how's that going?
I think it's going well. I think there's only been one person that I did an activation on who came back and was like, will you please tell me why the gates of hell have suddenly opened up? And I'm like, because you're there and now you just have to do it, but everyone else, I feel like they've really come to a place of, being ready to jump off the cliff and being ready to go and being ready to just do what they came here to do. Yeah. And that Andromedan energy.
Okay, let's see. Purette White. I'm not sure if that's how you say the name correctly. Purette.
I don't know. It seems very French.
I know it does. Or it sounds like ballet, like
a pirouette. I don't know. So, it's beautiful.
It is very pretty. Do I connect with ETs? If so, how many? Who are they? The French ETs. No, I'm just kidding.
French ETs. That's racist.
No, that would be just affiliated with the country.
It's countryist. I don't know.
It's a French Arcturian.
Thank you, Sonny.
I see an Arcturian, a blue Arcturian. It is your main spirit guide. Many, M-I-N-N-I-E.
That's a powerful one.
Yeah.
As soon as you said the name, I felt it.
Yeah, well, she's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
What are you supposed to be doing? She's almost like dancing around you, like, come on. What are you supposed to be doing? If there's some direction you're supposed to be going in that you've been hesitating, and she's like, come on, it's time, do it. Oh, the card. Go back to the card. But no, she's dancing around. I don't know why. There's something you're supposed to do, and you are hesitating doing it. So let me know what that is, because that's what she is. Full of energy, and she's a character. She's a lot of fun because she is dancing around. And anyway, you're lucky to have her because she's going to be a lot of fun. She's going to be a lot of fun to have her as a guide. Let's see, Nancy. Diane told me I have an Arcturian guide. Does my guide have any message for me? I hope he is still around. Oh, your guides are always around. Just sometimes we're not as able to connect with them as others. He is around. He's in the background. Are you getting anything on him?
Yes, he thinks you're stubborn as hell. Yeah. Why don't you listen? Just listen. It's like he's sitting there like, she never listens to me.
Yeah, and he's always saying, you don't stop. You don't stop to listen. Don't stop to listen to me.
But it's really cute. Like, he's really just waiting. He's just hanging out, like with his arms crossed, just like chilling. Whenever she's ready, I'm here.
Well, it's also he's showing like you ask questions, but you don't listen.
Hey, man, we're just the middlemen.
Yeah. Don't get on us. But I did like the dancing Arcturian mini. Okay, let's see. Juno, I would love a message from the ETs, please. You take that one. I'm going to read it on down.
Okay. So, Juno, there's something coming to me that at first it hits so soft, like a sweet and gentle energy, and then it takes the form of like a bow and arrow. So there's something specifically from your guides there around your warrior type energy and how you can move forward, doing what you need to do in a very directed way and in a very assertive way while still being loving and still being open and kind. There is a way to do both, and that's where they're guiding you.
That's good. That's a good message, Juno. Okay, Sunny intuition. Do ETs step into the human body in the womb, small children or adults? What happens to the human they step into? Thank you. It's only step in when it's time, when the human decides they don't want to be here anymore. So it could be a child as a spirit comes to Earth, and they don't want to be here anymore. They want to go back, or an infant or an adult. It just depends on what contract, because we have exit points all during our life on when we want to exit. So it just depends on when that human decides they want to exit, then the ET will come in and fulfill that life on that human body. Okay, let's see. Wait, I'm way behind here. It looks like, oh, how are you, girl?
Someone's seeing a blue-violet light around the house.
Ah, hey. Let's see. Warrior Girl says, I firmly believe you do not have to worry about your son. The fact that you were able to see it felt comfortable with allowing you to see. Yeah, I agree with you, Warrior Girl. Oh, Mountain Mama, how are you doing? I've been seeing.
That's the one seeing the blue light.
Oh, you've been seeing the bluish light around the house
who it
today.
is.
I hope I told it I could see it. Do you know who it is? I feel like it's a relative.
I think so too.
It's a female relative that has passed. And they're excited because this is the first they've been able to contact. So it's somebody who hasn't been gone for very long, maybe a year to 5 years. And that they're now excited that they're able to contact you. What do you get? I hope you can figure out who that person is.
I'm not hearing like words or seeing action. It's just sensing the energy of.
Yeah, they're learning how to do it.
It's just a presence right now.
Okay. Let's see what else.
Juno wants to know about using Moldavite.
Go ahead.
Moldavite.
Actually, who is it that Oren can tell you all about Moldavite?
Moldavite is essentially what, like what we were talking about earlier about when everything's activated, but then suddenly everything seems to be going to crap. That's what Moldavite does, because it just removes all of the blockages from your life and lets everything that's not allowing your energy to focus on its purpose fall away. So that may look like people leaving or situations arising that are blocking you from things. But essentially what that is giving you the freedom to make different choices or to put your energy into places that would be better off leading towards your path. And Moldavite is one of those things that really helps to shake that up. So if you're ready and prepared for that and for that change, no matter what that change, no matter what form that change comes in, if you're ready for that, use your Moldavite. I got a big old piece and I leave it in my room. I don't wear it.
I've never worn. I've got a piece of Moldavite too, but I don't wear it either. Mm-hmm. Or I don't even carry it in my pocket because it's pretty strong.
It's got a very, very, very high vibration.
But I think, but Oren, I think she just kind of practically drinks it. She needs some strong stones in her life.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Here's Sunny Intuition saying your sessions are great, are amazing. And let's see. Oh, there's Oren. I thought the crystals might not work. I placed a larger. Okay. Here's Oren. She's talking about the 417 hertz. And she said she might try 432 hertz too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Warrior Girl, understand the freaking out part, being a mama too. Oh, she's talking to her. And she's helping. Thank you. Mary, have you gone on any spaceship? Yeah, Mary works with me on the spaceship, White Dragon. Her office is right next to mine. Yeah, there's 3 of us on that hallway. I have my office, Mary's office, and there's somebody else who I don't tell because he doesn't know what he's really doing up there yet. And his office is there too. And so she's, yeah. Okay. You know who. I'll tell you later.
We've talked about this person, right?
Oh, yeah, somebody you see all the time.
Okay, yes, I know who that is. We all work together on the spaceship.
Yes, he has an important job. His job is he's able to connect to the ETs. He's a soul reader, and he can connect to the ETs that are in captivity, and he can see what kind of shape they're in. So he goes and talks to, which is one of the 3, they're called, the F Troop. And Fred is the one that I like on the F Troop because he has such a good sense of humor. But he goes and works with them, and they figure out where to go. And then I come in and I just do the rescue part. So they're important. He's really important because he connects with them, finds them, sees what kind of shape they're in, and then Fred makes the plan, or the 3 in the F Troop make the plan on how to get them. And I'm the one that just implements the plan. So I sat back and watched them talk in the hallway all the time. And I go, just tell me when you're ready, when I need to know what I need to know. You know, I don't really want to get in that conversation.
And as far as like my role on this spaceship, Gail has a lot of adventures that she goes on because she does like alien rescues and different things like that. Whereas my expression of my role is done a lot in the community. You know, I have my office there and I do a lot of work there, but then I'm coming back here and I'm using the tools that I'm getting and the training and the things that I'm getting there and bringing it back to the community here. So mine presents itself a lot as with clients or things like that, whereas Gail does a lot with aliens and land and, you know, solo type mission type stuff.
Well, she also went, if I'm in surgery and there's something that happens, because I'm also the one that is in charge of the spaceship. And when I found that I was the one in charge of it, and if they need an emergency for me to go do something, Mary has to finish out what I'm doing. So she's been trained to come in.
I can scrub
and finish my surgery for me. So she's been trained to do that. So she is my standby in case I have to be in 2 or 3 different places at the same time, even though I always am. I mean, I'm in my physical body here, and then I'm in my light body going up the spaceship working. And then sometimes I have to astral travel to another spaceship. So you know, I'm in like 3 places at one time. So
just crazy.
It's just crazy. So, but anyway, yeah, Mary's on the spaceship. She's very prominent on the spaceship. And so, yeah. So anyway, let's see. Let's see. I hope mine has a sense of humor. Let's see, Carmela, I'm listening and don't hear anything but whistling in my ear. I'm not sure. Are you talking to us, Carmela?
Okay. We did just have a conversation with somebody else about not listening to their guides.
Oh, is that her? Was that her?
No, I think it was someone else, but this might be relevant.
Yeah.
You know, if you're listening.
I can tell you that my left ear, it's my communication to them, and it always stays at a tiny low hum. Well, I would say it goes away a lot, but when they're communicating with me, I mean, it comes in loud, and it is a buzzing in my left ear. So, and whenever I started going on missions, it was almost like I was hearing the spaceship. My left ear would get so loud. Turn it down, turn it. But anyway, so the buzzing in the ear, you are probably getting downloads and getting messages from them with that. Okay, let's see. Here, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, well, she thinks you do know what you're supposed to be doing. She thinks it's within you. And if you're having trouble deciding what you can do, I mean, I know I can tell some people what they're supposed to do, but it really is like a one-on-one to trying to figure out what way you're to go in what direction. And I usually can point somebody in that direction on a session. But you can do it yourself by just taking courses and finding out what you like. Just start with anything. Start with medium or numerology or astrology. Just start taking courses to, find out what is your thing, and there's something that you'll connect to.
And listening to your guides might even be something simple at first, like stop talking to this person, quit this job, don't eat that food, and we're not listening.
Not eat that food
because it requires change. So it could just be something small as well, and just allowing yourself in your body and your emotions, like even if you're hearing the ringing in the ear, but you're not able to pick something up, you're getting downloads, you're getting energetic transmissions anyways. But if you're not hearing, maybe following how your body feels, following your emotions and any sensations that you're having, and intuitions and gut feelings and things like that are also ways you can listen without actually hearing words.
I can tell you the first instructions I got was, and that I understood, was I needed to go on a bland diet for 5 days. I was like, well, why do I need to go on a bland diet for 5 days? Okay, all right. Oh, yeah, that means pasta, bread. Yeah. I was like, okay, whoopee. Okay, let me do that. So I did.
Let me eat nothing but this alien vanilla ice cream.
Oh my gosh, I was so glad that I did, because that's when they came and got me and took me on the spaceship for the first time. It's my spaceship they took me on. So I was like, I'll be on a bland diet forever if I get to do this stuff. If I go on flying spaceships, and then I got to walk outside the spaceship. So yeah. So anytime they tell me to go on a specific diet now, even though I might not be happy about it, it's going to be good. And I don't have to stay that way. It's just for a certain amount of time. And I think it is mainly increasing my vibration to be able to tolerate it. Because I can tell you, whenever I'm doing something new, I am sick for probably about 3 days afterwards. So it does.
The frequency change.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I have kind of lost where we are at.
Probably scroll down to Bemused Shaman. Let's see what Bemused Shaman has to say. Maybe scroll back up.
Hey, Daisy D. Did I miss
it? Oh,
Bemused Shaman.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw an alien guarding me and my husband as we slept last week. Kind of freaked out. The alien got up and touched me to calm me down. Got really embarrassed. The alien was real cool about it. Oh, you're so lucky. Oh my gosh, yes, that was a guardian alien looking over you. And touched you to calm you down. I'm so glad that was your experience and you got really embarrassed. Well, they knew exactly what you were thinking, feeling, or whatever, because they are telepathic. So, good for you. Bemused Shaman. I think you need to talk to this person about what they're doing with their Bemused Shaman. Tell us a little bit. Mary practiced shamanism, so you two need to. Are you practicing it somewhere, somehow, or what, Bemused Shaman?
Also, something that they said, a comment they made just a little bit before this, says that they've for a long time been dreaming of running errands around the universe and helping out, like a Jill of all trades. And that we totally understand is astral projecting in your sleep and doing things. There was just like,
well, she's not astral projecting if she's doing that. She's going as a light being,
and you're not sleeping. You're not sleeping.
Yeah. You're just going out there running errands,
just doing work.
Yeah. And that's the truth. My life on Earth is so sedate compared to what I'm doing out there. Ooh, wow.
Just last week, though, I was kind of doing the same thing. I was dreaming that I was running here and talking to this person and doing this person, and then all of a sudden, I dreamed that I had wrapped my husband in this big bubble of light. And it was protective, but it was gentle, but it was firm, but it was loving. And it was like a protective bubble. And then he moved, and I actually woke up in my room and realized that I had completely wrapped myself around his body. And I was doing it physically while I had been seeing myself doing it energetically. So we're definitely doing some work when our subconscious mind has the ability to take over what needs to be done, and our conscious mind is asleep.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm lucky that I know a lot of what I'm doing. I mean, I do a lot while I'm sleeping, but I'm allowed to see. Now, I can't do it at the same time. I can't go up on the spaceship and be driving a car. I have to pull my car over and go at the spaceship. But I know my physical body's here, and I know I'm working up there. So I'm very fortunate that I'm being allowed to see that part of it. And I have a feeling, um, the new shaman, you're going to be too. I get a real strong feeling that it's going to be opening way up for you. And I think you're going to be seeing it all. I think you're doing some important stuff, and I just think you're just like right there at it. That you're going to be able to see it all. Okay. Let's see, Warrior Girl. Let's see, Dr. Gail. What do y'all know about Andromedans? Because I was told we're from the 12th dimension. Yes. And considered Earth angels. Yes. But someone else said we're praying mantis. Confused in New York. Laughed out loud. Okay. Well, here's the deal, Warrior Girl. Andromeda is a whole universe. You know, we think, I mean, like, okay, it's Palladians. They're from the Pleiades. Well, we think they all look alike. Well, there's different species on the Pleiades. Arcturians, we think there's only one Arcturian. They all look the same, but actually we have identified, I think actually it was White Dragon, and I figured out there was 3 that we knew of. And so Andromeda, well, that's a whole universe next to ours, next to the Milky Way. So imagine how many different species are there. So you can't, I mean, we think Andromedas are like Palladians and there are Nordic like, but my experience going to different planets, they are different species on each planet. And why wouldn't there be? I mean, Earth has how many different species we have? I mean, I haven't seen any that has as many as Earth does, but so yes, it could be praying mantis. It could be anything, but we in our minds think of them as Nordic. And I think maybe those are the ones that appear to us because we are not as afraid of seeing something that looks similar to us. So I hope that answers your question, Warrior.
That's a good answer. I liked that. It was very informative.
Well, guess what? I just read up on them this morning.
And we have the Andromedan card. I only know one Andromedan. Most people that I know, most starseeds, I've only ever had one person come to me and you know who that person is. Yeah. Other than that, most people are Arcturian or Pleiadian or, something like that. So.
Mm-hmm. Or Lyrans or Blue Avians.
They're a different breed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's see. Kamala explained the urge to draw every. That would explain the urge to draw every so often. Not sure about that. Let's see. Daisy D. Hi, girls. Do I have a message from my guys? I'm sure they are frustrated.
Honesty and awareness is the first step.
Why don't you pull a card for her? Listen,
Daisy D.
You want to pull out I've got the Mystic Martian, and I brought the Secret Language of Color this time. These are fun.
They are fun. But which one are we drawn to for her? This one, definitely this one. Like, I want to do that one, but for you, Daisy D, we're going to do this one. This one. This one. Daisy D, la 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 la, Daisy D, Daisy D, Daisy D, la 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 la, Daisy D. Watch out! Here comes the Daisy D. Andromeda!
I can't believe that. This is Andromeda energy today.
Autonomy, free will, and manifestation. Go on adventures. Take the leap. Be fire. Be brave. Let go of fear.
Yeah, and Andromeda, I mean, that jump in card goes with Andromeda energy.
Yeah. Yep. Your guides are saying free will, jump in, autonomy, manifest what you want.
That's a great card.
Ooh, another one with that, though, for Daisy D. Forget what your family thinks.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to back off of that one.
Yeah. She's tied up with them. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's forget what your family thinks and manifest what you want. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. I'm a new shaman. Wake up tired sometimes was like watching movies when I was a teen. Yes. Yes, I agree. White Dragon. I once was shown my light body. Have you ladies seen yours? Yes, I've seen mine. It was transparent, very light with multi-color. Oh, yours was prettier than mine.
Gail.
Yes, it was. His has got lights with multicolored lights moving inside. Well, mine is just plain old light body. Mine's all plain old bluish white.
Mine was just all white.
Yours all white.
Almost like a pure blinding white. But I've noticed that the key to connecting and seeing my light body versus anything else is trying to get my mind in as close to the delta wave as possible. Because the theta is where I work a lot on the quantum realm, where the particles are separating and I'm like doing my work there. But if the closer I can get to my delta waves, that's when the pure light body comes out that's unaffected by the energy field.
Okay, this is the last card.
Last one.
And this was, let's see, may I have a card also? So pull a card.
Wait, Oren says I was a Lyran Temple cat.
There you go.
Ha! 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 But I didn't survive the devastation.
No.
What are we doing?
What nobody did.
What do you want me to do?
Pull a card for alphanumeric 1. She's going to get a color card.
Color cards. I'm letting you hold a book. I haven't used these cards before. So.
Yeah, they're great.
Ew, they have a lot of energy in them.
I use them all the time.
Wow.
I use them all
That's
the
for you
time.
for later, it says.
You see what mine is? My favorite color is purple. Strengthen your faith. That's what it says.
Chocolate. Do you do inverted cards on these?
No.
Okay.
I don't anyway.
So chocolate.
What's the number of that?
13. Nourish your body and your soul.
I would love to nourish my body and soul with some chocolate.
There's a lot. There's like the overlying of everything here has been like that Andromedan energy and pushing forward and manifestation. But underneath, we've had a lot of self-care and self-love type stuff.
Yeah. And this is Earth providing healthy boundaries and encouraging structure. It accesses your shadow side to offer deeper insights and growth, and also provides you with nourishment and resilience. Nourish your body and soul with chocolate.
Call upon the spirit of cacao and let your heart space be open.
It says, today make yourself a cup of hot chocolate and sip it slowly. Yeah. All right, guys, we have got to go. My guys are going, it's time. It's ending. So anyway, thanks for everybody for joining us. Y'all had some great questions. We had a lot of fun as always. So anyway, we will see y'all later. Bye-bye.